Hi, I'm Anthony Alder from Alder IP, and welcome to another episode in the IP series. Today we're going to be talking about a fairly controversial subject. Donald Trump has weighed in on the US Patent Office and tried to bring efficiencies to the Patent Office. The problem is that one of the proposed changes for the US Patent Office is that he's going to increase fees for granted patents, particularly patents that have gone all the way through the process in the US and gone all the way through, been approved by the Patent Office and got to grant. And at that stage, the proposal is the Patent Office charges you a granting fee proportional to the value of the patent. At the moment, there is a grant fee in most countries. When you go through the whole process of getting a patent, and it usually takes about 5 years, you have to usually pay a grant fee, which is basically just a registration fee, and it usually just compensates the Patent Office for having to print a certificate, put your name on the database, and that sort of thing. There's a whole lot of admin sort of features, and that's what it's to cover. But Trump's basically proposal is to charge a percentage on grant. Now, if he charges a percentage of the patent value on grant, there are a number of problems with this. Number one is, how much is a patent worth? The patent is worth whatever someone's willing to pay for it. And the problem is, if you ask an inventor how much it's worth, they're either going to give you a very large number or a very, very microscopic number. And I suspect that if Trump brings this in, everyone's just going to be writing down the value of their patents to $1 and then paying a grant fee proportional to 1% of a dollar. And I have a feeling that that's probably going to be the case. I don't think it's a really good move from the Trump administration to be basically billing the grant fees based on the proportion of the value or the success of the patent. Because the value of the patents, like anything, goes up and down. It's like any kind of property. Sometimes it's valuable and sometimes it's not. And sometimes it loses its value because it gets superseded by other technology. Sometimes it becomes valuable just because all the other technologies fell by the wayside and it seemed like to be the winner. There's plenty of technologies that were orphaned originally and suddenly became more valuable as time went on. I think it's a fool's errand to say this is what the patent's worth, and also that and this is what the grant fee is going to be worth, because I suspect that it's going to cause a whole lot of problems for inventors. I also suspect that big pharmaceutical companies might think twice about registering patents in the US for this very reason. It might prove that it's not economical to register a patent in the US. I think at the moment, we'll watch this space and see what the Trump administration does with that proposal. They might not go ahead with it. They might go ahead with it, but it's a very controversial proposal. It is something that we'll be watching in the future. I hope this helps. If you have any queries about US patents, please feel free to contact myself or my team at Alder IP. We're more than happy to help you. Thanks for listening.